Hello. Oh my gosh. Happy Friday Eve day to everybody. Give me 1 second. I'm going to check the tech over here and make sure that I'm actually live in my group. I know that I say that every week, but if I don't check it, then I won't be. And that's going to be a bummer. But we're live, so we're good. Happy Friday Eve day to everybody. If you're coming to me through Facebook and you haven't told Facebook yet that it's okay for me to see your name on my live streaming service with StreamYard, hop over to streamyard.com/Facebook and give permission for me to see your name, especially because you're going to want to ask questions of me and Selena today because this interview is going to be fire. So just hop over there really quick. Do that. You only have to do it one time. And as always, I've got Facebook down here on my laptop and with YouTube. So if you're coming to us through YouTube, I want you to smash the subscribe button so you never miss a training. My special guest today is Selena Beasley, and she is going to give us the lowdown on how to make sure we have the very best presence online. Today's topic is harnessing the power of personal style for a more magnetic on-screen presence. And let me tell you something, this lady is like a shot of joy right into your soul. So you are not going to want to miss this.
Oh, hi. Thanks, Tracy.
You're welcome. It's just the truth. But just in case we're new to each other, let me tell you who I am. I am Tracy Beavers. I am your business and sales coach. And with over 20 years of experience in marketing, sales, and business growth, I have helped hundreds of entrepreneurs just like you to get visible, grow your audience so you can grow your email list. And I offer private one-to-one coaching. Those spots are filling up really fast for the summer. I've already had 3 clients join just this past week. It's so exciting. And an 8-week group coaching program called Business Visibility Made Easy. It is the program for email list growth without paid ads and without creating a truckload of lead magnets. My new students started this week. We had our first live Q&A call this morning. I just got off of that about 20 minutes ago. And let me tell you something, there's 15 ladies in this group and they are just energized and on fire, and they're making such great strides just in 4 days of being together. All right, I want to introduce my friend Selena. She's going to end up being your friend before this is all over with. Selena was a stage performer for over 30 years. So when she's looking at that demand of us putting our best face forward for our audience, she gets it. I mean, if you're going to be on stage, you're going to have to be always aware of how you look and putting your best face forward. She received her color designation under the direction of celebrity makeup artist Louis Casco. I don't know if I said that name correctly or not.
Yeah, Louis Casco.
Louis Casco. She launched her makeup coaching business in 2020 and helps creative entrepreneurs just like you and me access the tools and techniques that we need to do our makeup like a pro, so we always look ready and beautiful and have our best face forward. And her specialty is showing people how to master that on-camera makeup, so we go from looking tired, which I'm laughing because I probably do, tired, dull, and washed out, to vibrant and magnetic, so that we can attract people to our audience because we want to stop the scroll, right? And how are we going to stop the scroll? We're going to stop it by putting our best face forward, the right colors for us, the right techniques for our face, not anybody else's. And those are the things she helps you do. And she believes a powerful message and a confident image lead to unstoppable results. And I could not agree more. Selena, is there anything that I left out or anything that you want to add?
I'm listening to you going, this sounds great. Like
this lady.
Oh, yes, I do that. That's great.
So funny. Oh my goodness. I love it. Yeah, I know when somebody introduces me on a podcast or something, I'm always like looking behind me going, who are they talking about? Well, I am so glad you're here. I have so many questions. Really quick, in StreamYard, Tracy Pitterman, yes, we can see your name. Thank you so much for doing that. And I'm going to answer, I'm going to pop into the questions at the end. So if you have questions or comments for Selena, please throw those in the chat. We are going to answer them. And if you're coming to us through replay, totally okay. Put your questions in there. Selena is in my Facebook group. You can tag her and she will hop in and answer them. So, all right, the first question, because I know this is on my mind.
What's up?
How is makeup for the camera different than everyday makeup? And because in my mind, I'm thinking, well, if I look good in person, then what's you know what I mean? Like, what's the difference between being here on Zoom and why I need to think about it differently than being in person?
Right. Well, first of all, thank you, Tracy, for just letting me have this conversation with you today. This is literally the highlight of my week. It's a great question. What's the difference between everyday makeup
Mhm.
and makeup for the camera.
Yes.
Well, the camera has a mind of its own. So you've likely, done your makeup in front of the mirror and you're like, this is how I want to present myself, this is how I want to show my face to the world. And then all of a sudden you turn on the camera and it's like, is that what I really look like? Like,
Yes.
well, that is completely normal and natural. The
Mhm.
camera, because of things like angle and lighting and lens distortion, the camera has a mind of its own, and it can hijack the image and therefore the impression that you want to make on your audience. It
Yeah.
can make your head look bigger, smaller. It can make your face look rounder. It can make your skin look more translucent and therefore more washed
Mhm.
out. So the camera, I hate, you know me, I'm like Pollyanna positive. I hate bringing bad news, but the camera really does add 10 pounds and it adds the 7 years to our age. And it's like, I am, this is not, we're not trying to win a beauty contest here. Okay.
Right.
We have a message we want to bring to the world.
Yeah.
However, I started, I started my working with entrepreneurs and with online professionals specifically because when the world changed
Mhm.
the last few years and the working virtually is just, this is part of the norm now. This
Yes,
is
it
not the
is.
exception, this is part of the norm.
Mhm.
And I would see these amazing, just successful, accomplished women who are just powerhouses in their field turn on their camera, and I would see this shrinking back. This,
Mhm.
and then they would make apologies and disclaimers. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not very, and I'm like, no, 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 no. Come on back to us. We want that confidence at the forefront. We
Yeah.
want, and just because you and I looking at our own faces next to the other right now, that's not normal. Like, this is not a normal thing. This is a mind job. I don't know anybody who likes this. Like,
Right.
this is not, it's not. And so this is hard. This
Yeah.
is not something that probably when we went into business that we anticipated
Mhm.
to contend with. But the camera is it after all,
Mhm.
it's just it has a mind of its own, but we can contend with it. There are things we
Right.
can
Right.
do to enhance our image so that we're making the unspoken communication what we want to convey through the screen and not feel like we need to make apologies and disclaimers for what we look
Right.
like.
Right. So that the everyday look, if I understand what you're saying, isn't quite appropriate for camera because of the weird angles and the weird lighting, and
Yeah.
you may look, different ways on. And with the thanks for, it adds 10 pounds. Thanks, camera, because that's
Hey, yeah.
so. Do I need to like? Is there contouring that I need to do different for camera? Is it just a heavier application? Is it darker colors?
Mhm.
What's the twist there?
That's a great question. People say, well, do I need to just wear more? Do I need
Yeah.
to wear more makeup? Do I need to pile it on? No. The
Right.
answer is no. What we do have to do, however, is intensify our color choices.
Okay.
So I love just a neutral look.
Yes.
I like a neutral look. That's my everyday look.
Mhm.
However, when I turn on the camera with a neutral look, I look like I was up most of the night, exhausted. It's not pretty.
Right.
So the answer is to intensify your colors, to use colors that are rich in pigment,
Uh-huh.
that are higher contrast against your skin. Now that tends to, when I say higher contrast, unless you're in the camera world, I see the eyes kind of glaze over like, what are you talking about?
Right.
And it's just how the color stands out against your skin. Tracy, you have an ivory skin tone.
Oh yeah, I am pale. I'm the palest girl you'll meet in Arkansas. No question. I,
But
I've got a ribbon and a sash and a crown to prove it. Yeah.
Well, chances are that if you were wearing the lipstick that I'm wearing right now with your ivory skin tone and I have more of a beige skin tone,
Mhm.
it would look a little out of place on you. It would
Yeah.
look like the color's wearing you rather than you're wearing the color. So
Right.
you don't have to intensify your colors as much as I do. I don't have to intensify my colors as much as my bronze and ebony skinned friends have to do.
Got it.
For
Okay.
your skin tone, the more intense your colors have to be. That
Mhm.
doesn't necessarily mean darker, but it
Right.
does mean brighter. And I
Mhm.
always say, if you look in the mirror and your lipstick looks a little bit too bright to be going to the supermarket, chances
Yep.
are it's probably great for the camera.
That's good to know. Okay, so if I'm buying like this shade of lipstick, do I go 2 shades up or 2 shades brighter, or is there a, you know what I mean? Like in the same, like when you go to the Sherwin-Williams paint store and you can get the 5 shades of whatever green.
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing?
You want to go with the brighter shade. Now,
Okay.
you general rule of thumb, everyday makeup, camera makeup, you want to go with a lipstick that is at least 1 to 2 shades deeper than your natural lip color, because then that's going to make them stand out. But for the camera, you want to dial in another 1 to 2 degrees of brightness on that. Yeah.
That helps me when
Yeah.
I'm standing in Sephora or Ulta and there's all the things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
you really do have to know your own beauty profile in a way. You need to know, well, you know what, I'm working with ivory skin or I'm working with beige skin. I
Yeah.
have I have this, skin type,
Yeah.
and this is my objective. I'm going to be on camera. And
Right.
that's a different choice than I'm just going to go to a lunch meeting. It's
Right.
an entirely different choice. Yeah.
Got it. So if we're just starting out, like me, Jill and I, my assistant, were giggling this morning. We were like, we're both so excited to hear this because, I mean, Jill, don't fire me, Jill, but Jill said, I'm still wearing the same makeup combination from the 90s. And I will admit, when I moved here to marry my husband in 2010, I went to a makeup artist. My friend Ashley was so kind. She took me to one of the high-end department stores where there's not a stitch of clothing in there I could buy because it was all, $1,000 piece,
Yeah.
but I could buy makeup. And so the gal did my makeup and it was gorgeous. And I literally have not used anything different since 2010.
Okay.
So going into a store like Ulta or Sephora or Dillard's or somewhere where there's so many choices and things and price points, what do you do for somebody like me who is like scared to go in there without you?
I've had clients tell me, I walked into Sephora and I got so overwhelmed
Yeah.
that I walked out. Like and I do this. It's my job to think about these things, and I get overwhelmed
Okay,
because,
that's good to know.
yeah,
Okay.
I do get overwhelmed. So, I mean, if you're going to go to the grocery store and you knew you needed to pull together a recipe, you wouldn't go in without a list. I mean, otherwise you're going to be very overwhelmed.
Right. Okay.
So I say you need 5 colors.
Okay.
Really pull together a complete look.
Okay.
Now, this does not take into account, any kind of coverage, or if you want to do a brow treatment. The 5 colors can make the difference between you feeling like you need to apologize when you turn your camera on and you feeling like, you know what? Hey, I'm happy to bring this is me put my best face forward. Okay.
Right. Got it.
I always start with blush. Always.
Okay.
Blush is first.
Okay.
You want to choose a blush shade that is the closest match to your naturally flushed shade. So when you come in from walking General Patton, I want you to go look in the mirror.
Oh, it's not pretty though.
Okay. We're not going for placement. I just notice the color.
Okay.
Chances are for you with ivory, with an ivory skin tone, it's a pink,
Yeah,
it's a little bit of a brighter pink.
Yeah, I'm pink.
When you're take a picture of yourself, I'm serious.
Okay.
Take a picture of your naturally flushed look.
Okay.
And then when you go to, I have clients that do this. They go to the Sephora and they go, "This is the color I need. This is the one." I mean, really.
The lady goes, "Have you been talking to Selena Beasley again?"
So this is first. If you did nothing else, and sidebar, I love working with women who say they're not big makeup people, because if you've been doing your makeup the same way for decades, sometimes it's harder to unlearn. It's harder to unlearn some techniques. It's harder to teach that.
Yeah.
Then if they're like, I just don't wear it. I don't wear it. I'm like, great. Like, we don't have to unlearn anything.
Right. Okay. Blush.
Blush is stop.
Okay.
Okay. That's going to make your face look automatically. You're going to give the effect of wakefulness.
Yeah.
Bright.
And health.
Lift. Health. Thank you.
Yeah.
Health.
Yeah.
Again, this is not about a beauty pageant, right? We
My
want to
goodness.
look alive. We want to look excited. We want to look vibrant. We want to look alive.
Right.
Second stop is your lip shade.
Okay. Okay.
So dialing in your lip shade, we've already kind of shared a
Mhm.
few, tips and tricks. One trick, I teach this in my free lipstick masterclass, which if you have not taken that,
Mhm.
it's a little mini 7-minute masterclass I put together on how to choose the right lipstick.
Okay, cool. And that's free?
Yeah, it's free.
Okay, when we're done with this, I want you to pop in the comments in the Facebook group and pop that link in there.
Okay.
I don't know if Jill has that link from you. So that would be really cool.
I don't know if I shared it, but yeah, it's a fun one. But
Okay.
I'll show you like how to, you could literally do this with your lipstick collection like today. You can, you create a lipstick stripe. I burned myself making snickerdoodles, sorry.
Oh no.
You make stripes with your lipstick
Yes.
down your arm, okay?
Yeah.
With whatever you have, whatever current collection you have.
Mhm.
And then what I want you to do is take your phone and you're going to take a picture of it, of those stripes. And then I want you to turn the image to black and white.
Okay.
All of a sudden, you're not going to have color anymore, but what you are going to have is contrast. The colors that stand out the most against your skin,
Okay.
those are the colors you want to wear for the camera.
That's outstanding.
You'll be like, oh, and then that's the one that okay, I'm going to go live today. I need to reach for my color that has a higher contrast.
Mhm.
And that I have colors that I use that I really don't wear any other time because they're just too bright for me.
Right.
They stay in my camera bag, my camera makeup capsule, and that's what I reach for when I know I'm going to be on camera.
Awesome. Okay, so got 2. What are the other 2?
That is number 2. So you want to dial in your cheeks and your lips first, because properly placed and colored blush and lipstick brings out your eyes.
Ah.
So it makes your eyes look bigger. Try it. Try when you're putting your makeup on next time.
Even though I have glasses?
Start with cheeks and lips. Oh, girl, I got a whole class I could teach about makeup for glasses wearers. But since we're on the topic here, it will make your eyes look bigger. Yes, cheeks, properly applied cheeks and lips will make your eyes look bigger.
Okay.
Which means you don't need as much eye makeup, which is wonderful. But what we do want to do in this part of our face is we want to create the illusion of lift. So I'll tell my, clients, don't put a thick dark eyeliner down here when you're on camera, because it's going to draw the eye of your viewer down.
Oh.
Yeah. And we want to create lift. We want to create lightness. We want to, because that emotionally, that communicates excitement, that communicates like vibrancy.
Right.
All of that comes from here. So, so you're going to want to choose. I usually use a palette of 3 eyeshadows.
Okay.
So we're gonna end up with 5 colors: your cheek color, your lip color, and 3 for your eyes.
Got it.
You're gonna want just a base mid-tone, nothing crazy on your lids. I use a pop of color. I'm using my brush here. I put a pop of color in the corner of my eyes here.
Right.
A pop, not anything. And usually this color is a deeper color. Only use a little bit of it. It's called an accent color because you don't use a lot of it.
Got it.
But it's going to create, that's the contour on your eyes. That's going to give your eyes the interest, depth, vibrancy. Okay. And then the final shade is a highlight shade.
Okay.
And this is usually just the lightest neutral shade for your skin tone. And you're going to put it right under here, underneath your eyebrows.
Got it.
Just creates the lift. So so a blush, a lipstick, and 3 eyeshadows. And you're in great shape.
Love it. Okay. Yeah. That was easy. And I like that I need to make a list. I like that very much. I'm a list person.
I have a list. I have a list for you.
Awesome.
And again, I will send you the link to that. I have a master shopping list. I do not recommend going into the store and trying to shop for all 35 things on that list. You have to treat these stores, you have to treat Sephora and Ulta like a buffet. Okay. If you get what you need, you take what you like, but you leave the rest. You don't try to do it all.
Nope. You don't take your Tupperware to the buffet and take it all home. I mean, that's not a thing.
No.
I just have to say that. That's funny. Okay, so here's a question that I know people are thinking. You and I talked about it. Why should I learn to do this myself if I can just hire somebody to do it for me?
That is a great question. I think makeup artists they're genius. They're brilliant. They're magicians. Okay. Uh, and you will never hear me say, don't hire a makeup artist. It's a mistake. It's not a mistake. Absolutely, they serve their purpose, but there's two things that can happen potentially if you work with a makeup artist because you're not, you either don't typically wear makeup or you're not comfortable applying your own makeup.
Okay.
The first thing that can happen is your makeup artist does your makeup and you absolutely love it. You love how you look. This doesn't sound like a problem, but stay with me. You love how you look. You're flashing your pearly whites for the camera. You're like, this is great.
Right.
But as soon as you wash your face, you're not going to be able to recreate that look.
Yeah.
And say you are launching, something and you're going to go, you do some video promotion. You're going to do some social media lives. You're going to be on camera. When you turn on your camera, if you look different from one frame to the next, professional and put together and polished in this picture, say maybe on your website image, and then maybe not so much, in other frames, it confuses your audience. Even so, it's a subconscious thing.
That's interesting. From a marketing standpoint, that is very interesting because a confused client won't purchase.
Yes.
They won't do anything.
And have you ever experienced that where you have, maybe been introduced to somebody through their, you have an impression of what they look like through their social media profile or their picture on their website. And then you go on camera with them and or you meet virtually and it's like, oh, it takes a minute for the brain to go, oh, okay, this is not what I was expecting.
Right.
And people are not, okay, we've all been there. And it's not, people are not being judgy. They're not, they want to hear what you have to say. They're not worried about, but subconsciously, that impression, it sends a confusing signal. And we're trying so hard to build trust, Tracy.
Yes.
We're trying so hard to build that know, like, and trust factor. I don't want anyone to be like, wait, is this the right person? Am I talking to the right person?
Exactly. Because it's the same thing when I preach about how your personal profile needs to look like your business page, needs to look like your website. All the branding needs to be the same because it's that disconnect for the brain.
Yes.
When somebody lands on your personal profile and there's no work information, there's nothing about your business. And I'm like, what just happened?
Same thing.
Okay. Love that because that is tactical reasons for why we need to be doing this. It's not just to look pretty or to feel good or, whatever. It's for drawing our clients to us.
100%.
Okay. I hope everybody leaned in on that last part because if you take nothing else away from this today, the reason why we need to do this is because we are trying to stop the scroll. We are trying to have all of our stuff be cohesive. So there's no disconnects for the brain when somebody wants to pay us money.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Love it. Okay. I know we're bumping up on noon. I want to look at my list of questions because I had like 7 questions. You guys, I sent her so many questions. Okay. I've got one more question and then I want to go into the comments. You guys, we've got a lot of people here with us today. If you have a question for Selena, pop it in the chat because I guarantee you somebody else has it. My question is, what are the things that, because just like anything else, there's a gamut of price ranges and quality with brands. Yeah. Big difference between Maybelline mascara and Laura Mercier mascara, for example, or Prada or Chanel or whatever.
Yes.
What do we really need to buy the Shishi Poo Poo $1,000 tube mascara to look amazing? Or can we buy the Maybelline $6 pink and green tube? You know what I mean? What do we need to, where do I need to put my money?
Absolutely.
Where do I not need to put my money?
You need to put your money in the areas that you need it to last. You need this product to last. So here's what I mean by that. Your mascara, you need to toss it every 3 months. Yeah, that's a,
Oh, I do that now. I'm sorry. I didn't think I did it. I do that.
Good. When you replace your toothbrush, replace your mascara. It can build up. It just won't perform as well after a few months. So absolutely go Maybelline on your mascara. I mean, you don't need to have the high end, unless you're absolutely in love with, a certain brand or a certain, you don't need to spend a lot of money on your mascara. You don't need to spend a lot of money on your pencil applicators.
Mhm.
Uh, Same thing with if you use an eyeliner, liquid eyeliner, you just change your liquid eyeliner every 3 months as well.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Your pencils, do you have to change those or you don't because you're
Pencils, you can hang on to those for a couple of years,
okay, even
as
though
long.
they're not the ones that you know what I'm talking about, sharpen?
I
Even
know
though
what, yeah, I know what you mean, but but those don't last very long. So, I
okay,
mean, you're
yeah,
probably going to have to do the things that you want to where you want to put your money. You want to put your money in 3 places, and then I'll put like a bonus place for you. Okay.
cool, cool.
You want to put your money in your skincare.
I agree.
Okay. That is the first module of my digital course. It's not even about makeup. It's all about your skin. It's all about preparing your canvas,
Yeah.
because you have to have a, camera ready surface for your camera ready color.
Mhm.
So your skincare, do you need to invest in the $900 skincare set? No,
Okay.
no, you do
Okay.
not. But that is definitely an area where if you want to put your money where get the most bang for your buck, your skincare. Um, Followed by your coverages, your foundation, your
Okay.
concealers and your correctors.
Okay.
Uh, Anything that's going to give your canvas that, seamless look.
Right.
I designate my dollars toward coverage products.
Right.
Finally, your applicators, your
Right.
brushes, your
Okay.
brushes. You don't need 50,000 of them, but you do need a designated set that's
Mhm.
going to give you a professional look.
Got
And
it.
you need the right tools to create. If you were an artist, you would use designated paint brushes for whatever effect you were trying to create. It's the same thing with your brushes. You want to have a good set of synthetic makeup, bristle brushes that are not going to, peter out on you when you need them. You want those to last.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. And what was the bonus thing?
The bonus is I spend a little bit more on my eyeshadows because I can't stand when the eyeshadow gets stuck. This bit here, when it gets like this line of eyeshadow and then you're doing this all day, and it's like, that drives me insane. So I
Yes.
don't buy drugstore eyeshadow.
Okay.
I'll spend a little bit more there.
Got it.
Your lipsticks, you eat it off. I mean, it comes
I'm
off.
always wiping.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always wiping it off. Yeah.
Your skincare, your coverage, your brushes and applicators,
Okay.
and bonus your eyeshadow. Maybe I would say, go, in the filters where it's like the $1 sign or the $2 signs or the $3 signs, go to the $2 or $3 signs in the
Got
filter
it.
and
Okay.
on that.
Okay, cool. Such great information. Okay, so I know we need to hop into the questions, but
Okay.
really quick, you've got something special that you want everybody to know about, and today's the last day to do it. So I want you to share it with everybody.
Yes. Today is the this is the final call for my signature free training, 3 on-camera makeup mistakes that might be costing you business and how to fix them. It's happening today. It's happening in a few hours, 5 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
This class, I'm so passionate about this class because I've had students tell me I was able to make changes the next day of what I was doing. I mean, it's just, you don't have to wait. This is one of the things I love about makeup is you don't have to wait to lose the weight or to, get the right equipment no, it's like you can do this today.
Nice.
We can do something about this now.
I love
So
it.
this is happening at 5 o'clock today. There's no replay on it. And then this training is going in the vault for at least for this next season. So
Right. And that's 5 p.m. Eastern. So that'd be 4 p.m. Central my time and then 3 o'clock Pacific, I think. Yeah. Okay.
It would be 2 o'clock Pacific, right? 3 hours. They're 3 hours behind.
I don't know. I can't do math in my head.
Right.
Time zone math.
Yeah.
Not doing it. Awesome. That's so exciting. I know Jill popped that in the chat for everybody. I want you to go grab your spot and connect with Selena.
Cool.
And also, Jill and I have a freebie for you too. When you have worked with Selena and you've got your confidence and you've got your best face forward, it's time to do live video. That's not a shock to hear me say that. You know that I preach live video all the time because there's no better way to draw in people that don't know you. That's the way to get new followers. And it's also the deepest way, fastest way to connect with your audience on a deep level. Yeah. So how to go live without getting hives. Absolutely free for you. Go to tracybeavers.com/live. Jill's going to pop the link in the chat for that as well. Let me check the chat really fast. Tracy is here. Awesome. And see, Anna Swan has made it. Yay! Love it. And Jill is here as always. Julie said she's like a kid in the candy store in Sephora and Ulta. I am. It's like Target or the. Ooh. Don't go in there without a. I mean,
you need a list.
I don't go in the container store. I don't. I've been in it once. That was it. I went in it just to say that I did. I can't go back because I'd have to take out a loan. Mm-hmm. Susan said when she got her headshots done, her photographer hooked her up with a makeup person who made a custom foundation for her skin tone. Okay, she said game changer. Yes, you agree? Custom.
It is a game changer. Knowing your foundation, knowing the right foundation for your skin tone, but also for your skin undertone. Mm-hmm. We all have an undertone, no matter if we have the most ivory to the bronze, ebony skin tone, anywhere on that spectrum. Our skin tone, our undertone is either cool or warm or neutral. Maybe you've heard that before.
Yes, I have.
It's going to influence how colors look on you. The colors that look best. So, that's fantastic. Yeah. When you find a foundation that works for you, stay loyal. Stay loyal to it.
Right. And Valerie commented about how great your training is. So you guys, listen, I've known Selena for a while. I've had clients that have gone through her training that absolutely love it and learned so much. So I don't see any more questions for either of us, but if you're coming to us on replay and you have questions, pop them in the chat, tag Selena. She is one of the most giving, kind people you'll ever meet. Okay. She will hop on with you and help you. No worries. And here's what I want you to remember, you guys. First of all, I want to thank you for being here with me today. And Selena, I want to thank you for gifting us your time. This has been awesome. And I'll have to have you back. Maybe we'll do this again in another few months. Maybe talk about fall colors or winter colors, or what's the difference between the season we're in now and the season we're in then, if there's a difference. But you guys, as always, I hope what we are bringing you every week is of value. And I want to know, I really want you to tell me, what do you want to hear more of? Send me a DM, post in my Facebook group. If you're not in my Facebook group, you need to be. It's called Be a Confident Entrepreneur. Get visible and grow your income. It is a group of over 1,700 entrepreneurs where you can meet other people that are doing what you do. They are there to support you, cheer you on. You can get help with what you're working on. You can help them with what they're working on. And it creates this energy in your business that is unparalleled. When you start connecting with people that are doing what you do and getting on Zoom, because I work from home. I don't leave the house. But we've got to connect with each other, got to have that human connection sometime in our businesses. And that Facebook group will give that to you. And be live here with me every week at 11:30 Central. Put it on your calendar, set that phone alarm. And this is the biggest thing I want you to remember. I say this every single week. Being an entrepreneur is freaking hard. It is a roller coaster. One day, everybody wants to buy what you're selling and you've got a wait list. And the next day, here's an example. Sometimes I go live and there's nobody on live with me. And I'm like, what is this even working? I want to go, on the microphone. Is this thing on? But that's the truth. Some days everybody buys everything you're selling and you're sold out. And other days your phone stops ringing and there's crickets and you're like, is this how it ends? Am I going to have to go get a job? And if you feel like you're alone feeling that way, you're not. It doesn't matter if you're day one, hour one, or you're 15 years in business making $40 million a year. Those two people feel the same way. I know because I've coached hundreds of you at all the levels, and we all share that in common. So I want you to have a great balance of the week and weekend. And remember, when one of us rises, we all rise. So we have to keep cheering each other on. All right. Selena, thanks again.
Thank you. It was my pleasure, Tracy.
So much fun. All right, my friends, I will see you next week.